We got some great questions on our portable soup, as well as some product questions. Thanks for joining us today on Questions and Answers with James Townsend and Son. First, I got a big thanks to everyone who gave us all those suggestions over the weekend. So many great suggestions. We're working hard on those. They are so good. So Marco, he's Super Marco 310 and some name I can't pronounce. He says, what kind of tomahawk do you use? And he's asking the question on the throwing tomahawk video. You know, we've got a wide range of tomahawks. Most of them are pretty good for throwing or for regular general camp use. The one I recommend for most people, especially beginners, is our regular TH54. It's just our standard forged tomahawk. This tomahawk is great for just all-around camp work. It's good for throwing too. You will, when you get it, if you're going to be doing a lot of chopping, you're going to need to sharpen this guy. If we send them razor sharp, they end up eating right through the box, and the UPS man cuts his hand, so we don't send them sharp. So our next question comes from Horror Beauty FX. And the question is, where can I find that pan on a stand at? I didn't see it on your website. Then that was from the Sting Nettle Soup episode. So what she's talking about here is the spider skillet. It's FP266. FP266. There you go. This guy is 12 inches across the pan here. It's hand forged right here in Indiana, so it's made locally. These pans are really, really good for a campsite. You don't have to have any other kind of, you don't need a tripod or anything to use the pan, because this sits right on your campfire. These do come with a little bit of seasoning already done on them, but I would recommend probably another layer of seasoning before you start using it. They are available in our print catalog. There's our print catalog, or on our website. And if you'd like a print catalog, you can just go to our website and request one. So this next question comes from T. Harris, and also several other people asked basically the same question. He says, and this is about the portable soup. He says, just how long do you recommend that this will last after you make it? A month, a year, or longer? Well, yeah, that's a really, really good question, and it's got a very interesting answer. Apparently, somebody was working with the Smithsonian, and they had a sample of portable soup that was over 150 years old. They reconstituted it, and it was great. It was still very made great soup. So apparently, this stuff can last indefinitely if it stays dry enough. And that does bring us back to a point is, and some of these asked about sealing it up or putting it in jars. The recipe even kind of suggests just wrapping it in paper. There's still moisture in that, and if you leave it, it will actually dry out more and more, which is good. You don't want to seal that moisture in, then it might actually begin to deteriorate or start to mold. Next question comes from Ria Robish. I think that's how you say it. It says, would it dry faster if you cut it up before the final drying? Wouldn't it make it also more even proportions? Yeah, as soon as it really gets leathery enough and it's not sticky, you can cut it up and cut it into the kind of portions you're looking for, and that'll help it dry faster. So yeah, that'll work fine. Here's a question from Tracy Shepard, and the question is, can this be done to a vegetarian soup? And the answer is no, not that I know of. There's no gelatin in any vegetables. So if you're going to get that to happen, you'll have to add some kind of, plain unflavored gelatin to it to get it to turn into that same kind of product. And several people asked, and Nathan's writer's question's good. It says, when it comes to the drying process, one thing you might try is sticking it in the freezer. As the ice forms, it'll pull moisture out of the food. And other people said, possibly the putting it in a refrigerator that pulls moisture out. And that may work. Kevin experimented with that a little bit, and it seemed to work some, but it worked even faster just at room temperature, putting a fan in front of it. So that was our recommendation. One little announcement, Michael Dragoo, you've probably seen him in a few of our recent cooking episodes and more coming up. He's going to be at Martin Station over, not this weekend, but the next weekend. What is it, May 8th through the 10th? So if you're interested and you're in that area, I think that's around Virginia, you can go and see Michael at that event. And I will put a link in the description of this video so that you can go check out that website. And be sure to tell him we said hi. I really want to thank all you guys out there for your wonderful comments, your excellent suggestions, and your great questions. Thank you so much for watching. If you're a new viewer and you haven't subscribed, press the subscribe button up here. That'll take you to a spot where you can subscribe. That really is the best way to get notification of all the new videos that are out. I want to thank everyone for watching.